this is your friendly neighborhood yawning cat, and we are back with the 16 and pregnant LP. And we kind of, sort of, maybe got a plan for today. So, obviously, both the teens are going to go to school. Both of them are going to school. None of them are actually dropping their studies because they have a child. They can afford daycare, which is what San Myshuno is all about. It's all about, the community feel and the fact that, San Myshuno authorities, well, charities and stuff, they all know that there are teens that get pregnant or need to take care of a child, and they want to provide to those teens the best life possible. And that means, having daycare sort of already paid for teens and young families that can't really afford to have nannies and stuff. Because let's face it, that shit is expensive. So there we go. We've got Annie writing a little message. She's writing a message to Abby, telling her that, her sister, what's her face? I forgot her name. Also, I gave her a little makeover. Lori Kai has actually started dating Devin. So, well, I think they're dating. Maybe they're not official. I have no idea. But the thing is, they got pretty steamy. The relationship is pretty serious at this point. Well, it is taking a more serious turn, let's say so. And she has informed Abby that, I guess Devin is not available right now because of Lori. So I hope, you don't have any hard feelings for Devin. I can't, or me, because I can't really control who he dates, and I, shouldn't, and I really, really can't. So I have changed some of their outfits to be, not festive anymore. So, we've got some lavender shirts over here. And we're going to send Mr. Noah to the daycare. Hopefully he is going to be taken care of. He has the sugar haze. Now he has the angry moodlet, which is, all fine and dandy. So Annie is going to, oh crap. All high achievers take the test at least twice, some 5 or 6 times. Annie's confident she'll get the results she wants eventually. Okay. So she retook the success test, and they're both going to be pretty tired after they are back from school. So I was thinking, Annie has been sort of wait, who was it? What was it? What was his name? Oh. Do we still even know him? Oreo. Remember Oreo? He was a little kitten that she met in Brindleton Bay. I don't know if he's the one we might adopt. I feel like they would kind of want to have a pet at some point. I don't know if it's going to happen today. Maybe today we are just going to focus on, teaching Noah some things and stuff, sort of family bonding. And the thing is, over the last few days, I've been checking the polls for who you wanted Annie to choose, and so far, kind of unanimously, it's the votes are in for Damien. So Damien is, by default, right now, her numero uno choice. So we might make it totally official at some point. I think maybe we should just invite him over. Maybe. I have no idea. We're just gonna skip to when the teens come back, and I will have a plan by then. Okay, so both of the teens are super exhausted. I sent them to go to sleep because they are super, super tired. We are going to have Mr. Noah play with some blocks and then sleep. So that's gonna take some time off of their day. I don't even know. Maybe we should just I have no clue. You know what? We might have a dinner with Sandy and Devin's mom, and we can sort of, have like this little parent and kid get together, and they can just talk about the stuff that's been going on. And I mean, I do realize that Noah is a little toddler and we should be taking care of him, but we are taking care of him. The thing is, he doesn't require as much care as you'd think. Like, he doesn't necessarily need as much attention. He is an angelic toddler. He does sort of just like to play on his own. And when he gets attention, he gets attention. And when his parents leave, he's like okay with it. He's a really cool kid. And so I don't feel like Annie and Devin should be, totally hogging his attention and everything, and fighting for time with him, because they sort of get to be with their kid. And I mean, they are teens, they are raising him. They're not always finding time for him. That's obviously a reality because they are teenagers raising a child. So that's the gist of it. So I think Devin is gonna have to go to work right now. Yes, he will have to. Uh, oh, hi. No, because I'm going to work, Lori, but I appreciate the sentiment. And Annie's just gonna sleep a little bit more, and she's gonna go to work now. Okay, so Devin came back from work, and he's going to be a good papacito, and he's going to make some tajitos for himself and for Noah. And Noah right now is going to, did I make him nap? Sure. Let him nap a little bit on the couch while his dad is making some dinner. After dinner is over, he's going to have to clean this. Why is the lag happening in stupid moments? Okay. And then when Annie comes back from work, which she'll probably have to clean this and take a bath, and then you don't have to clean this. Wait. We are probably going to do... What could we do? It's already 10 p.m. Gosh darn it, it is late. And it is a school night. You know what? I think we're going to, just for the sake of it, we're going to play through a couple of days in this episode because we kind of can. So, I mean, I feel like we do need to show that these two are, the daily lives of these two. Devin comes back from work. He cooks up something right after making burgers and stuff for many people in the evening. And so he's really, really generous. He's really, really patient. We're going to wake up Noah. He's going to grab some tajitos. Go eat. Go num num. Go num num. Okay. She doesn't want to eat, so we're going to put it away. Oh, he's gaming. What? He's watching the cooking channel and he acquired the gaming skill? Oh, he probably played on his phone or something. Okay. So, we are going to get their needs up. We are going to do, their homework, their chores and everything. And then tomorrow, right after school, I don't know if they work. I think they do. But they're going to take a day off. And hopefully they can. Does she have vacation days? I have no idea if she has vacation days with her work. She does have 1 day of vacation available. He has no vacation days. Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is Devin is just going to join them for dinner a little bit later, and Annie is going to go out with her, with Devin's mom and Sandy, her mom, and she is going to have some nice, dinner and stuff, and they're going to chat about what's going on with them. And afterwards, is he gonna be hungry? He's probably gonna be hungry. So we are going to make him grab some leftovers and watch some cooking channel. And Annie, Annie is exhausted. Okay, you need to have fun. So you know what? You're gonna have fun with your child, and you are going to play with him. And you are going to hug him lovingly. Oh, that's so cute. Annie. Remember when it was Annie who was on the back of her mom and she was just it's it's the cycle of life. Children end up being parents. Oh, that's so cute. I love the playing interaction. It's probably one of the best works of Max's and in The Sims 4. It's definitely a very very cute and adorable interaction. Very nicely done. Well done. You get some positive feedback from me. And then we're going to have Annie cook up something because we don't have enough food in our fridge. So I think what we're gonna do is gonna make some. What could we make? I'm thinking of making a little something. She's gonna make some. She's gonna make some camper stew. That's what she's gonna make. She's gonna make some camper stew. She is playing with her child. Okay, stop. And then after she grabs a bowl, she's gonna watch some cooking channel. And you mister, are gonna go to sleep, and you're going to rest your pretty little head. I feel like with Annie and Devin, they are doing pretty well with the relationship dynamics. They're living together for their son. They're taking care of their son. And they're not showing any romantic, sort of connection to one another at all at this point in their lives. Devin has taken the next step with Lori. He has, had their first kiss. He is really, really into her because she's different. She's, she's an athletic girl who just loves doing cool stuff, like rock climbing and stuff like that. She's a very different girl from what he's used to. And so he really, really appreciates having somebody like that in his life. And then, Annie has Damien, the guy that just took her by surprise. And I feel like they have their relationships in check. They're definitely doing really well with balancing, work and school. They are going to definitely make more time to hang out with, to spend time with Noah once he is a little bit older, and maybe even on the weekends. We're definitely going to go out on the weekends and do something special with Noah. We might go to the toddler park that we had we tried to have a play date episode in the single mom LP. So we might as well go to that park, have some fun with our child. So we're definitely going to try to spend weekends together as a family, but then on work days, if we're going out on dates and stuff, we're going to hang out with other kids who are probably their romantic interests or just in general their friends. So Annie is going to have to sleep for a little while longer. Oh, hello. Wake up. Noah can keep sleeping. She needs to keep sleeping. Basically, we're taking care of their needs like a boss. And yeah, I feel like these two are doing pretty well. Obviously, their breakup was brutal. Obviously, it's not, ideal. It's not the ideal scenario. It's not perfect that Devin did the things that he did, and that they are at an impasse in their relationship where they can't really take they can't take the things that they did back, and they can't really change anything anymore significantly. So they're sort of stuck, with this position right now, which is that they are friends living together, raising their child, but there's no future for them, in that sense. And it's hard. It's definitely not perfect, and Annie would have wanted something different for her child. Uh, you know, it's always different when you're with a man who is not the father of your first child. Basically what I'm saying, she doesn't want the Lawson situation to repeat itself, because Lawson did marry Sandy when she already had a child from Sergio. Not Sergio, why am I saying Sergio? Antonio, I'm sorry. And so Annie wasn't technically his child, and even though he loved her, I feel like that was a small part of why the sort of, tension and that desire to be with Isla came to be with Lawson, because, Isla was fresh, new, there was no history there. There was just, passion and intimacy and all that stuff. And with Sandy, there were always those little complications, and even though he was fine with them, he never had anything against them. They were still there. And so with Annie and Damien, for example, she is scared that something like this might happen. That once they get a little bit more serious, if they start officially dating and stuff, what if he doesn't feel comfortable with her having, Devin's child, and then he has to raise somebody else's son? You know what I'm saying? So she is scared of that, but at the end of the day, she's doing what's best for everybody in this relationship, and that's taking that requires taking some, sacrifices. And they'd rather not be together and be happy and support their son, rather than be happy, not happy, be unhappy, stick around just for the idea of, just for the idea of being together, and then having really miserable lives and putting that misery onto their son as well. You know what I'm saying? Okie dokie. So here we are, and for some reason I don't have snow in Windenburg. Let's just pretend it's a warmer place. So we are here with Ava and Sandy and Annie, and we are going to request a table. I'm thinking of requesting this one right here, and we are going to enjoy some burgers. Yes. Okay. So we're going to request a table, and we're going to chat, with our parents, basically. We're gonna make Devin work hard. So she is going to order for the table instantly, to not prolong this. They're gonna get some coffee for all of them, and then they're gonna get some, I feel like Ava is definitely gonna ask for the chili, because she wants some spicy food. Well, actually, come to think of it, let's give her a veggie burger, because, new year, new me. She's like, I'm just gonna take the veggie burger. And Sandy and Annie are like, yeah, that is never gonna last. Diets are for people that don't know how to ration themselves. And Annie and Sandy, exchanging a look of understanding, are just gonna grab some freaking Canadian bacon pizza, and they're gonna be like, stuff my face with some pizza, please. So they're gonna take that. They're gonna put their order up, and she is why the mean thing? She is going to ask about Sandy's day. She's going to ask about Ava's day, and she is going to have a deep conversation with both of them, basically telling them about how they have been handling their relationship with Devin, and how they have been how they've sort of been really, really doing way better than they did before the breakup, and before they had a good long chat. So that they're doing really well, and both of the moms are super, super happy. Annie's just like, I am just so glad that we are getting along, and that we can both raise our son, and there are no hard feelings there, even though there could easily be many, simply because not everybody would be okay with this sort of situation. So she's gonna get to know Ava, obviously. What are you doing, Sandy? Why are you dancing? Why are you dancing? Why are you dancing, Sandy? Okay, well, she's gonna come to the table at some point. So she's gonna, chat with Ava, and she's gonna she's going to ask, she's gonna give her a heartfelt compliment. She's going to say, I'm really happy about the way that you raised Devin. He does take up compromise, and he does handle stressful situations pretty well, even though the whole relationship drama that we had, maybe it wasn't handled very well. And she's like, I do apologize for my son's actions, but he is a teenager, and even though that's not a great excuse, it does justify to some point his immaturity. And the reason, basically the reason why he did the things he did, is because he's too immature to realize that he's supposed to act in any other way. And so Annie's just telling this story of what is she saying? She's telling a dramatic story. So she's telling a story about how the things that happened to me aren't the worst thing. There's the girl at her school that is hooking up with the teacher, and they're living together, and God knows what's gonna happen with that. And Sandy's just like, let's not talk about stuff like this, because that just sounds like it's way out of the moral zone of the teacher. And I don't blame a young girl for falling in love or having a crush on her on her teacher, but I do blame the teacher for taking advantage of a young girl's affections. And she's like, well, I think there's a lot more to it, Mom, but I do understand what you're saying. So they're just gonna have a little chat. And since Devin came here, we're gonna oh, he's still working. Oh, he's still working? Jeebus. Okay. So since Devin cannot join us just yet, we are going to we're gonna ask about what Ava thinks about what Ava thinks about. Who could we ask about? Sorry for the yawn. What she thinks about Devin, as her son, and she's gonna ask about what she feels her son could do better, or who she thinks her son is. And then she's going to ask her mom about Isla and how she's feeling about her. Obviously, Ava has heard about what has happened between Sandy and Lawson. And Ava's saying, I do like Devin. He is a good son, and even though he has made mistakes, I do understand, his reasoning for that. And I need you to eat that bacon pizza. Could you please eat it? Thank you. And drink. Why isn't she doing anything? Okay. And she is going to, ask about her career. Maybe Ava has found a job finally. Maybe not. We don't know. And she is going to, yeah, she's still unemployed. And she's asking her, how can you stay unemployed, if you don't mind me asking, and still raise your child and everything? And she's like, well, I just take alimony from his father. And she's like, Devin never talks about his father. And Ava's like, because he's not the kind of man that would want to be known. She's saying he is a man who is married to another woman at this point of his life. And the thing is, because he's married to another woman, he would never, ever, ever admit to being Devin's father. We sort of had the kind of relationship you and Devin had, well, obviously a lot worse. But we did fall in love very quickly. He did have relationships with other women. At that point, he was sort of, promised. He promised another family that he would probably marry their daughter, because they were in love at one point, and the families did agree to the economic benefit of that. And then at that point, Ava got pregnant, and he couldn't handle that situation, so he is just paying alimony. And Annie's just like, oh, well, Devin is here, so I guess, oh, he can't sit at this table? Devin cannot sit at a table that is not his. Wow. Okay, can he eat this pizza off the table, though? I'd like him to eat that pizza, just because, I mean, come on, it's Devin. Okay, so I feel like, the parents have left. She's going to end meal and pay the bill. And then she's going to come up to Devin, and she's going to give him a hug. because what she just heard is, is a hard thing for a child to understand, is that his father doesn't want to know him, and yet he's paying alimony. He knows that his father isn't dead. He knows that his father exists, but he has never met him, and he doesn't know what's going on. Oh, any chance she gets, yell often and turn all radios up to 11. Great. I still want you to hug your friend, however. So she's just gonna come up to Devin, and she is going to give him a hug. And she's going to be like, you know what? I'm just so glad that, that you're here and that you're cool with everything that's going on between us. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you of being here and sticking through this whole drama and being here for your son. And we're going to end on this beautiful note. It was a way more chill episode, but that's simply because I can't make every episode, dramatic, because at that point, nothing's gonna entertain you guys. Because I'm just gonna give you drama, and you're gonna be like, I am desensitized cat. I don't understand the meaning of all of this drama, and I don't care. And I do want you to care for the story. So this was sort of a, heartfelt episode where you found out more about Devin's past and his family dynamics and the reason why his mother is unemployed. You also, get to know that Annie is probably gonna make it super official with Damien anytime soon, that Devin isn't taking anybody else on a date. He is with Lori, and that they are going to spend their weekends as a family as often as they can, because they simply have to find time for Noah and to hang out with their son. So if you've got any ideas, also Devin got a promotion, so holla at you, girl. So if you've got any comments, any suggestions, any feelings, write it down in the comment section. If you like this episode and you want me to know that you like it, click the like button down below. And if you're watching this and you're not yet a member of the fam, then do join in the fun and subscribe, become a member of the family. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye!